Hello and welcome back everyone to Bitesize Security. My name is Jimmy and today I'm bringing you another quick video, and we are covering a Proving Grounds box because the OSCP, like I said in the last video, is coming closer, and I'm just running through a few boxes to get warmed up, kind of, so to say, just practice a bit. Focus on my methodology, how to approach everything. And I've done the OSCP once and I didn't pass, but I know what to expect. So now I'm just going to go through another quick boxes, also just to have a bit of content for you guys to upload as well. And so we're going to do Proving Grounds today. And I'm just going to go through the first Linux box, which is Twiggy. With that being said, let's just get straight into it. So as usual, I've got everything ready. I've got my VPN connected, as you can see down below. And so what I'll do is I'll create the node folder and the folder where I'll be working out of. So prep node H, and what was it again? P. So prep nodes, Twiggy, and it will create the folder here. As you can see, I'll open that with Sublime Text and I'll have it here as well. This I can close, and here I'll have this open like that. I'll copy my IP and I'll just start running my enumeration. I'll call that RustScan. By the way, wait, what? What's this? Oh, let me just go to boxes like that. Someone in the comment section, I wish I had it in front of me now, give me just 1 second, saved me a lot of time going forward, because he told me, I'll show you, that from now on I will no longer have to clean my outputs with my clean script basically, but I installed a package in Sublime Text that lets me just show ANSI characters in my text editor. So thank you for that. I will find your name. Oh, there you go. I love Sundays 10. Thank you very much. But with that done, let's run the enumeration. Go into external. No, sorry, enum external, and run auto recon on the IP. RustScan is done, and I can now show you what I mean. Here, this is what I usually hate, the ANSI text, and I can just go to View, Syntax, and ANSI. Of course, I had to install that package, but there we go. Now I no longer need to run my clean scan. But anyway, so I paste that here. I can see I have port 22, DNS on 53, 80 HTTP, these two unknown ports, and 8000, which is also HTTP. So let's just start making the folders, sorry, the notes, I mean, and let's get straight to that. So nmap and this, copy that, paste it here, paste it there, paste it here, paste it there, and then wait for the enumeration to be done. So the SSH is finished, so let's paste that there, like that, SSH, and then 53 DNS is also finished. Let me just bring that over like that, bit of space. DNS, and then ports 80 will take a bit more time, like that, a bit more space, and port 8000 will also take a bit more time. HTTP like so. What I can, however, do already is, let's do a few other things. So SSH audit on our IP. Let's copy it one more time. SSH audit, like so. That will take only 2 seconds. Collapse this. Audit, like that. And then we can open that. Here. Also change the syntax on this. And you can see the coloring is quite cool. Then DNS. Let's go to DNS. We've got nothing there. Let's look at the output, see if we have any type of zone transferring or reverse lookup. Not really. So let's just forget about that. Let's go to port 80 and do all of the other commands except for nmap. So that would be curl. That would be Nikto. That would be GoBuster. Let's do Deerbuster. And then GoBuster, because I usually also run my own FF. So let's do it like that. And then we have known security. This is just part of the enumeration that will never change. It's my methodology. It's just how I like to do things. So yeah, let's take the robots. Moved permanently. Do I have... Okay, no. Like this. That can go there. Let me just collapse it. I should put curl in the bottom actually. Nikto not done. Known security. Like this. What web is also finished. That's about it. And then here as well, let's do Nikto, curl, what web, and GoBuster. Well, Deerbuster. FF. And what else? A screenshot. Okay, something else was just added to my output. Let's hope at least one nmap is done. No. Okay, let's also put this in curl. And then here we put this in the GoBuster. We have a few directories. Nikto is also finished. And then what web. And what else do we need? Nothing. The screenshots. We like to take the screenshot ourselves. I've got burp running, by the way. I will have that running from now on always, just so that whenever I do anything on the target, I will immediately start capturing responses and requests. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open both the port 80 and the port 8000. I can see I have mezzanine as a name. Let me just take a screenshot of this. And that is a CMS, I believe, Django. Okay, I will make sure to take note of that. So on port 80, the screenshot is this. And on port 8000, this seems to be some sort of API. Let me just put that. Here. And what I've also decided to do is add one more header for any HTTP, and I will call it burp response, something like that. And then from here as well, that's the reason why I have Burp open, just paste the response, the first response I get from the server. So for example, I'll take a screenshot of this here and paste that in there as well. Just because in the exam I want to do things really correctly, and also for later when I'm on the job I want to have great habits. So Burp response, I believe I mixed them up. Yes, I did. So this would be that one, and that would be this one. Correct? Yes. Okay. Is the Nmap scan finished? Nmap, no, that is taking an awful long time. Okay, let's just get to enumerating the websites and see what we have. So we've got Mezzanine, powered by Django. Let's write that down. So import 80. Let's do enumeration and just walk through it. We've got the about page, and as you can see now, everything I'm doing here is just capturing on Burp. And I just try to touch everything, go on all links. Testing.com, subjects, sales. This is a test sale. And then what else? Blog. Contact legals, everything here. Let's put something in search. Hello. Okay, it is printing directly what I'm typing into here. This would be a source of cross-site scripting, for example. Let's see. Oh God, yes. But I don't think cross-site scripting would be very interesting for us now here, because we're not logged in, and if we could capture a cookie, that would be interesting if we had a different user who's logged in. But for now, let's just take note of this. So let's say we have a search bar where we can directly input text, and it is mirrored back to us. That would be source for XSS testing. And what else do we have? We've got a login interface. Okay. Let's make note of this as well. We have a login. Let's try default credentials, admin. These don't work. Admin offsec. No. On Proving Grounds, usually you can try admin. If it doesn't work, then the credentials are usually something that you will have to find. But for now, let's just move on to port 8000, because it seems like we have kind of tested everything here. Other than that, we would be running FOF just to test. Let's go on to port 8000, but here it didn't really find anything, just these. So for now, let's ignore that. Did I paste those here? No. Okay, let's go to this API. So, what can we do here? Nothing really. So, what's also interesting is that, well, there's a reason why I want to put burp response, because there might be information there that I don't see here right away. And so, for example, with the port 8000, you've got the, no, sorry, with the port 80, you've got this response. Let's just go and burp. You've got this response, and this is just what we had in the curl. But with the APIs, it's usually quite important to look at the response as well, because there might be some more information there. And yes, we do have a bit more information there. So let's take a screenshot of this, put a nice square behind it, and make note of it. So we have some kind of an API. However, if we look at the response, then we do get a bit of information. So essentially it's an information disclosure vulnerability. There is a information disclosure vulnerability. And so what does it say? Salt API. So let's take this and Google. Yeah. For that, we're not going on Brave browser. For that, we're going. For that, we're not going on Firefox. We're going on Brave browser because this is not routing through burp, and I don't want to clog the responses and requests from with content from other websites. So I'm just going to stick to purely the website on Firefox and any type of other browsing on Brave browser. And I can tell right away we have quite a few exploits. Let's do it like that. We have found quite a few exploits for this API. Okay, so first things first, we now go into exploits. Is the Nmap still not finished? Oh, it is. Okay, so let's just finish up with that and paste it here. Quite a sorry, quite a lot of content. This we can collapse. Okay, let's delete this one. and go into exploits. Okay, let's look at these exploits here. This one, I think, explains the exploits first. So let's paste that here. We have CVE 2020 11651 and CVE 2020 11652. The Salt system is a Python-based open source remote execution framework for configuration management, automation, provisioning, and orchestration. Okay, so the API is definitely vulnerable to some sort of remote code execution vulnerability. No, arbitrary command execution, sorry. Let's paste this. Should we? Yeah. Okay. And then let's just go ahead and download whatever exploit it tells me. So this vulnerability is present before the version, blah, blah, blah. In order to examine the version, I run a curl. So let's run that curl. Curl HTTP 1000s. Is it that? Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, that's the response that we got as well. It says here. So we can confirm that this is vulnerable to this. So let's go ahead and download this exploit. Let's go to exploit, clone. I know it's git clone, but clone is an alias for git clone. There you go. Let's go inside of here and see what we have. Python 3, exploits, H. Okay. So let's take this and paste it. How should I do this? Exploits, and then like that. Let's try and confirm whether this exploit works. Okay, so how does this work? We do, let's do run checks, okay? -C. And first, of course, we have to do -M for the IP. Let's take the IP one more time. Like so. Oh, okay, what's all this? This is not very nice, but something does happen here. We do get a root key. Okay, is this normal? Let's go back here to where it explains. Master online, and it will give me a root key. Let's try and get Etsy password. If we can read files, then let's try and get Etsy password and confirm that way, because it's a bit more visual, and then we can clearly say if it works or not. Let's try read Etsy password to confirm that this actually works. Okay. -R Etsy password. How do I have to do it like this? Oh, yes. Okay. So that works. So we do have some sort of command injection. Okay, we can confirm that we can read files. Okay, but that's reading. It's not command injection. It's reading files. Let's now see if we can do execute commands. And the way I want to show you how to do that is, let's see if we can execute commands. The way I want to show you how to do that is like this. I think it's exec. And then what are we going to do? We're going to do this, and then we're going to do ping -c 10 packets to my own host. Okay, so we're going to do ping -c 10 packets to this, and then down here we're going to listen on TCP dump, and we're going to do on any interface for ICMP and verbose. Okay, so we're going to listen. Oh, using sudo, of course. And if this works, and if we can execute commands, then we should get some sort of packets. Oh, exec needs 2 dashes, like this. Oh, wow, that works. Amazing. So like this, we can confirm that we have command execution, that we can not only read files, but also execute commands. And that is everything we need, actually. Indeed. We can also execute commands. Okay, let's then go to RevShells and look for our favorite reverse shell, the Python 3. Let's give it my IP. Let's not do 1, 2, 3, 4 because I remember Proving Ground sometimes is a bit annoying with that, so let's do 8000 like we would as well, or 8001. We're not trying to do some odd ports because they might get detected or are not allowed, and 8001 can be enabled. What else are we going to do? Just because, okay, so let me also explain this. Let's start crafting a reverse shell. On RevShells. Okay, so what I'm also going to do is the following. This commands, I'm going to base 64 it, because if I have to enter a command inside of apostrophes, and the command that I'm going to enter, like here on RevShells, has a lot of quotation marks and stuff like that in it, then it might break and not work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to encode it in base 64. And the way that works is like this. So I'm going to do echo, put the command in there, and then pipe that and encode it. Okay, so I'm going to use this. and try and put this in here. So I'm gonna do echo like that, and then pipe that inside of here and base 64 decode it like so, and then pipe this, because it's then again the normal ping command, then do bin bash, because on usually any victim system bash is installed. And let's see if that works. Okay, so I'm gonna listen again and see if I get some sort of packets back. I did not get anything back. Did I make a mistake here? So, echo. Maybe like this. Oh, yeah, that worked. Okay, it was the quotation marks. So let's do that again. It's still sending the packets. Okay. Let's give it another second. Okay, so because the command, the Python reverse shell command, has some special characters in it. Like quotation marks and apostrophes, we might need to base 64 encode it before sending it, so that it works smoothly. Okay. So let's try that one more time. Everything correct here. Let's listen down here like this and execute this. And if we get some packets back, then we can confirm that we can do this base 64 encoding. And we can. So let's take a screenshot of this and go up here a bit. Like that. We can now base 64 encode our reverse shell and get a shell back. Let's listen on port 8001. Let's go on ref shells and craft this. And replace this base 64 with our reverse shell. And we should get a hit back. No. Is it maybe the ports that it doesn't like? URL encode, no. Let's also do bin bash. Yes, that's correct. Okay, this should work though. Copy. Is it maybe the ports? Like this. Execute. Oh, yeah, it was the ports. Okay, amazing. Oh, and we're roots. Really? Amazing. Done. All right. Well, this has been Twiggy, I guess. Was there no other user? No. Okay. Okay. This was meant to be quick and easy. Well, this has been Twiggy. I hope you liked this video. There won't be much to add to this. That was fun and I was able to show you a few things. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.